Tech executive Bob Lee dead after apparent stabbing attack in San Francisco. Bob Lee, the former chief technology officer of Square who helped launch Cash App, has died after an apparent stabbing attack in San Francisco. Lee's death was confirmed by Josh Goldbard, the CEO of his current employer, MobileCoin. Lee joined MobileCoin, a cryptocurrency and digital payments startup, in 2021 as its chief product officer. Our dear friend and colleague, Bob Lee, passed away yesterday at the age of 43, survived by a loving family and collection of close friends and collaborators, Goldbard said in a statement to CNN Wednesday morning. Bob was a dynamo, a force of nature. Bob was the genuine article. He was made for the world that is being born right now. He was a child of dreams, and whatever he imagined, no matter how crazy, he made it real. Goldbard continued, "We will miss you, Bob. We love you." According to a statement from the San Francisco Police Department, officers responded to the report of a stabbing early Tuesday morning in the Rincon area of San Francisco, where they found a 43-year-old adult male victim suffering from apparent stab wounds. Officers rendered aid and summoned medics to the scene. The victim was transported to a local hospital with life-threatening injuries. Despite efforts by first responders and medical personnel, the victim succumbed to his injuries, the police statement said. Multiple local news organizations cited unnamed police sources saying Lee was the victim of the stabbing. Police indicated no arrests have been made and that the investigation remains active. San Francisco has been grappling with an apparent uptick of crime as it still attempts to bounce back from the pandemic. Preliminary police data reports 12 homicides in San Francisco this year, an uptick of 20% compared to the same time period in the previous year. In total, there were 56 homicides in San Francisco in 2022, which is the exact same number of homicides the city saw in 2021. While Goldberg did not provide the circumstance of Lee's death in his statement, he wrote in a separate Twitter thread reacting to the news that, "As a lifelong Bay resident, I have more questions than answers tonight. I don't know how to fix what's wrong, but I know something isn't working in our gray city. Bob left this world too soon," Goldberg wrote on Twitter. Many others in the tech world and beyond responded to the news of Lee's death with an outpouring of shock and grief. "It's so hard to believe he is gone," Figma CEO Dylan Field wrote in a tweet, recalling how he first met Lee back in 2006. Tech investor Ryan Gilbert of Launchpad Capital tweeted that Lee was one of a kind, adding, "May his memory be a blessing." And mixed martial arts fighter Jake Shields remembered Lee as a loyal friend in a tweet, writing, "R.I.P. brother." Shields' tweet garnered the attention of Twitter's new owner Elon Musk, who chimed in to say that violent crime in San Francisco is horrific, and even if the attackers are caught, they are often released immediately. Musk tagged San Francisco District Attorney Brooke Jenkins in his tweet. Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Square, which is now called Block, responded to the news via a post early Wednesday on the decentralized social media app Nostr. "Heartbreaking," Dorsey wrote. "Bob was instrumental to Square and Cash App." Lee was Square's first ever chief technology officer. Prior to joining Square, Lee was at Google, where he helped lead the team that launched Android. The tech industry was rocked on April 5, 2023, as news broke of the tragic death of Bob Lee, a pioneer in mobile payment services and a well-known figure in Silicon Valley. Lee, the creator of Cash App and former CTO of Square, was found in the early morning hours with multiple stab wounds in San Francisco's Rincon Hill neighborhood. He was rushed to the hospital, but ultimately succumbed to his injuries. The news of Lee's passing sent shockwaves throughout the tech community, with many expressing their grief and condolences on social media. The investigation is ongoing, and friends and colleagues of Lee are left to wonder what could have led to such a senseless act of violence. The loss of Bob Lee is not just a loss for the tech industry, but for all those who knew and worked with him. As the community mourns his passing, we remember Bob Lee as a brilliant mind, a dedicated professional, and a beloved friend and family member. Bob Lee, the creator of Cash App and former CTO of Square, had many talents and accomplishments. Born in the United States in 1980, Lee was a brilliant programmer from a young age and went on to attend one of the top universities in the country, where he earned his degree in computer science. Bob Lee was 43 when a stabbing in San Francisco killed him. Throughout his career, Lee made significant contributions to the tech industry, from his work on Java to his first few years of Android. Despite his many professional achievements, however, Bob Lee was, first and foremost, a family man. He was a devoted husband and father, and his loved ones were his top priority. Lee's passing was a devastating loss for his family, as well as for the tech community at large. As we remember Bob Lee's remarkable contributions to the world of technology, it is important to note his memory as a beloved son, husband, father, and friend. Bob Lee's legacy is one of innovation, creativity, and generosity. He was a brilliant programmer and entrepreneur. But beyond his professional accomplishments, Bob Lee was also a mentor and friend to countless individuals, inspiring and supporting them in their pursuits of innovation and success. Lee's legacy is marked not only by his contributions to the world of technology, but also by his kindness, humor, and compassion. He was a devoted husband and father who placed a high value on family and was always willing to lend a helping hand to those in need. As we reflect on Bob Lee's legacy, we are reminded of the importance of pursuing our passions and using our talents to impact the world around us positively. He showed us that anything is possible with hard work, determination, and a little creativity. And most importantly, he showed us that our relationships with each other defines our legacy. Bob Lee, Cash App founder and former Square executive's last words: "It is a far, far better thing that I do than I have ever done. It is a far, far better rest that I go to than I have ever known."